The bad boys and the bad girls are on right now. The Big Show and the Big Show TV. Dr. Geraldine Tan has requested that we kind of dress up to the theme today. Right, Jerry?
I did.
And these are kind of our own interpretations of
Because
what.
each person has a different interpretation of what a bad boy or bad girl is.
Yeah.
And Dr. Jerry, what's yours?
I wanted to wear a leather jacket, but I don't have one, so I red lips. So red lips always indicate something spicy is gonna happen, something exciting is gonna happen.
Okay, so why are we talking about bad boys and bad girls this week?
Because you mentioned about bad boys and bad girls.
Okay, but how much can we talk about bad boys and bad girls?
Plenty. And I think it was quite exciting because last week when you mooted the idea, some clients, immediately came after that, and some of them are avid, listeners of your show. And they said, "Oh my God, I know exactly what to say." And I was like, "Wow, okay." So that's why I thought, let's talk about it. But the first thing that hits us with bad boys and bad girls are images of bad boys and bad girls. So that's why I wanted us to dress up or just wear something that is associated with a bad boy or bad girl image.
I've got to say, I like Glenn's image of a bad boy.
And what is that?
The fierce tiger shirt.
He is not wearing, as most men would, the leather jacket.
Oh,
I think that is a very Western concept of a bad boy.
I think so too. Why does the leather jacket mean,
it's
a guy
James
is bad?
Dean. It's the old James Dean image that's stuck from that.
From the what? From the 50s?
Yes.
Oh
yes.
my goodness.
James
You're right. It's an
Dean.
American thing.
It's
Grease,
American
I mean, the
thing.
guy in Grease,
Yeah.
what's his name? Oh, anyway, John Travolta's character as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
And all of them wore leather jackets. But Glenn, what is your interpretation?
Abeng lah.
Yeah, I know this tiger shirt with like a singlet underneath.
Of course.
It's like a wife beater underneath. That's what it's called.
So why do you think me and Simon Boy can get along so well?
Exactly.
This is
This
the
is
pure
Glenn's true image.
Singaporean Abeng.
Yes, it is true.
So,
Oh,
are we
And the
saying?
armpit also. I mean, for those of you who are watching, Abengs don't shave their armpits completely.
And you didn't shave, what, for one day? You got
So hang on. Are we saying that Abengs are bad boys? All Abengs are bad boys.
I mean, Abengs with tattoos and all that.
It's the typical local image.
It is, right?
I mean, if you were to have him in a movie or in a, you need to watch us. Glenn is taking his clothes off. You need to watch us on the Big Show TV on Facebook and YouTube.
Correct. Please watch.
Yeah. The typical image of a local bad boy sitting right next to me. I think
I'm not a bad boy.
FD, I think I want to move over to next to you today.
Oh, I'm sorry, you're stuck where you are.
Come on, not that bad. Abengs are nice people
It's
as
this
well.
whole image that you're emanating today.
Okay. Let's continue to talk to Jerry on the Big Show TV, okay? Meantime, here's Sabrina Carpenter with my favorite song, Espresso on Kiss 92.
Hi guys, it's Sabrina Carpenter.
Espresso.
Espresso ice cream.
Ooh, yum. Okay, so what exactly is a bad image? You know, when it comes to boys or girls, yeah.
I mean, we all have different perspective, and we all showcased already, right? It's quite interesting. Angel, the leather jacket is your bad girl image.
It's the
Not
only
really,
thing
right?
not really. This is something I wear every day. That's the thing.
And what is your image?
My image of a bad boy or girl, I
Can I
think,
suggest something?
No.
Take everything off right now.
That would make me a bad girl?
Yeah?
Because I'm breaking the rules. Okay. I think with age, my image of a bad boy or girl has changed because I've found out that even the men or women covered in tattoos could be the nicest people in the world.
Yeah.
Or the people dressed in habits or, as priests could be the worst. So I don't have an image anymore.
Oh, we're going
of-
there. Is it?
No. I'm just saying that my physical image, my first impressions and all that is no longer what it used to be. So I just
Right.
don't judge a book by its cover is the way I go now.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So no image.
FD is in his denim jacket.
Only because I think one of the ultimate bad boys was Johnny Cash. And that's going back a ways. But he was a real bad boy. But I did some digging. A bad boy. A guy who thinks he's special because he breaks the rules. He likes acting tough and engaging in risky behavior.
Yeah.
Donald Trump. It's a bad boy.
He's a bad geriatric.
I think
Stop it.
I think rappers
You're
also
geriatric
in
as
the
well.
I am.
US.
That's why I can say it.
I think rappers in the US also have that bad boy image as well.
Yeah.
Because they use a lot of profanity.
Yeah.
It's about drugs and sex and whatnot. So I think they have a lot of that imagery.
Puff Daddy, see?
Puff Daddy, yeah, Eminem, people like that.
Yep. So what FD mentioned is not only the image but also the behavior and their belief system. So the one that think that they are special, the behavior of acting tough, risky behaviors. So if we think of what is bad, it's not the Abing that is bad, it's what he does that is bad, right?
Yep.
The skipping school, perhaps, the overeating or eating all the I don't know what kind of food is bad, but
Overeating.
Yeah, I know. Where do overeating
I think
come in?
so. Overeat.
I think
Abings don't overeat, but
they're mostly
eating
very skinny actually.
luxuriously, so indulgent behavior, I suppose that's what I'm saying. Overeating behavior could be like gorging and binging, so that might be a bad behavior that we can perceive. So we are looking at behaviors here. Lying behaviors, cheating behaviors, promiscuous behaviors. So those are behaviors that indicate to us that is this person bad.
I think also when you see again in the movies and all that, you see the person smoking and drinking and not dressed as well. Immediately you think to yourself, this person has bad ethics, is at risk of making bad decisions.
You judge people like that.
No, I don't. I'm saying in the movies and
But
all
do
that.
you
I don't.
judge?
No, I don't. I just said I don't judge.
Many people judge, actually.
No, I don't
But
judge.
they think they don't judge.
Like I
Truth.
drink myself. I used to smoke. If I see someone standing by the side of the street and having a cigarette, I'm not going to judge them based on their choice of having a cigarette.
Right.
That doesn't make them a bad person. Doesn't make me stop wanting to say be friends with them or do business with them. Not at all.
Yeah.
But
Maybe just not like sucking on his face or whatever. Because
yeah,
he just had a smoke.
Sucking on his face.
It's like
Language is part of being a bad
smoker's
boy.
breath.
Yeah.
Hey, what about dark shades? See?
Yeah, sunglasses.
Not the
Those-
lighter shades, but the dark ones. So
those
today I
that
wore my
wear-
dark ones.
Those that wear sunglasses and talk to you or indoors. There you go, bad boy image.
Correct. I used to have a pair. I mean, when I was in my 20s, I was always in my dark glasses because I'll be talking to a girl but looking at her boobs. But that was back then.
It's like,
Sure, nothing's changed.
Yeah.
No, I don't wear these already.
That's true.
Yeah,
you
he
don't.
doesn't.
I wear clear glasses.
I very seldom see.
now
you in
he'll
dark
just look
glasses.
you straight in the boobs.
Correct. It's like what?
Now he doesn't care at all.
Correct.
Glenn is just personifying the bad boy image
Yeah.
today.
Yeah. Today it's just I'm
Absolutely.
doing
That's what
this
you
for
want
the
us
show.
to do, yeah.
Yeah. I think of all of us Glenn is probably the
personification.
the closest to
Right,
to
this
a
was
bad
me,
boy.
right? We
Yeah,
go
yeah.
back many years,
Yeah.
right?
I've seen those
absolutely.
photos, but they were small, slitty ones, right?
Yeah, correct,
I saw
correct,
those,
yeah.
like my eyes.
Yes, they were matching your eyes.
He didn't need much to cover the eyes.
The toes. Stop it, boys.
Thanks, FD.
Angel got a little bit heated.
Yeah,
with
it's like
all the
hot.
conversation.
Like I'm sweating under my armpits.
Oh, yo.
Talking about that. So my client actually said, what is the smell of that? I mean,
Oh, I used
saw
my Dove
Angel-
deodorant spray today. Actually. I smell like a flower. Okay, we're going back on air. Stand by. Welcome back to The Big Show and The Big Show TV. Our guest for today is the award-winning therapist from the therapy room, Dr. Geraldine Tan. Good morning, Jerry.
Good morning. Attempting the bad girl look. Failing very miserably.
No,
You could
no.
never look bad.
The red lips. Yep, the red lips.
So why would you say red lips are a bad girl image, Dr. Jerry?
It is louder, it is in your face, so you want to have a little bit of confidence, you put on a little bit of color in your face as opposed to our muted, very neutral tones.
So back in the day, someone who was more extroverted, more confident would be considered bad boy / girl.
Well, it may not be, but it's interesting because when you mentioned that, that's why we gravitate towards the bad boy or bad girl, because they seem to be able to hold that space of being authentic, of being able to do what they want to do. They are unafraid, unbashful. They appear to be confident or comfortable to do anything and everything. And perhaps the people that are looking at them will go, wow, I wish that I could be like you, that I could do the things that, that you are doing. Some of the things, not all.
It's the thrill of being around someone bad. It's the risk.
Yeah.
That's what it is, isn't it?
So the bad boy or bad girl appear to do the risky behavior, and just being with them gives you the excitement of partaking in some of it, perhaps, yes. You adore that behavior, so you're there.
Okay. So I'm looking up like recent bad boy images. Loki pops up.
Oh, for goodness sakes.
Fictitious.
Fictitious, yeah,
yeah,
of course.
come on.
And then you have Lucifer, obviously, Captain Hook, and people like that.
Lucifer,
Yeah.
I'll agree.
Fictitious.
Yeah, fictitious characters, but
Yeah,
All
yeah.
fictitious characters.
Gru from Minions, he's a bad person, but now he's like, he's got so many kind of followers and people that like him because he's shown another part of himself.
Jerry, can I ask a question? Is there a difference between a bad boy or a bad girl and a bad person?
So I think you're trying to distinguish what behaviors are unsound or are dangerous.
And characters.
Yes. So it could be, so when Angel says don't judge a book by its cover, our brains are wired to assume certain things when we look at certain images. So we would then classify the person as a bad boy or bad girl. But what I think FD is asking is how do we then know that the person is destructive, is bad destructive? Yeah, and we will never know until we interact with the person, or we find out a little bit more about the person, or if the person continues to engage in dangerous behaviors.
I think we're
Yeah.
thinking too much already, right, Jerry? I mean, I'm
Why?
thinking like if a person is a bad boy or a bad girl, then the person is bad already.
No,
No,
not necessarily.
If you want to
no,
think, if you want to
I think-
analyze the situation so much, then the person won't be so bad anymore.
But it
No, a
has to be
bad person.
analytical, though. You have to be. Look at someone
Yeah.
like Madonna. Madonna back in the day, she would wear her bra tops and have the red lips and the blonde hair.
Right.
And she would have that bad girl image.
It could
But
be
did she-
just a persona.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
that's why I think that's what he's saying.
Yeah.
Does it actually make them a bad person?
No, so that's why we need to distinguish what is real and what is not. I mean, you bring up examples, for example, like Lucifer and all those fictitious characters. No, we go for the real
Yeah.
Like
bad
Madonna.
boys and
Okay.
the bad girls. Vladimir Putin, bad boy. Donald Trump, bad boy and bad person.
I
Well,
think
whatever.
I think they're both bad people. They're not necessarily bad boys. I think bad boys are risk takers. They do, in my mind, they do things that are a little more petty. They're not going to go out there
And
and
start
they're
a
going
war.
to steal. They're not going to kill. They're not going to do things. That's a bad person.
No, I get what you mean. I get what you mean.
A bad boy is different.
It's just someone
That's
who
why.
takes risks.
That's
Yeah.
why
Yeah, no, I agree.
the world is so complicated.
No, I agree with FD.
Okay, fine. Let's continue to talk to Jerry on the Big Show TV. It's 8:15. Jerry's no chance to talk even.
Kiss 92 Time Check brought to you.
Okay.
Oh, you're really funny. Maybe we are really thinking too much. Maybe, certain risk-taking behavior. So I guess I'm struggling here because I'm wondering whether we are asking is certain risk-taking behavior permissible or not. I'm not
Like,
sure.
how about giving specific examples, one
like
at a time?
Like drug taking.
Okay, bad.
Bad. I mean, yeah, but I mean, you're saying that's risk taking as well. I mean, a lot of people experiment, and then some people become addicted, right? So
Right.
does experimenting in your teens make you a bad boy, bad person later on in life, or does being a drug addict make you a bad person or a bad boy,
No,
bad
but at
girl?
that point, you are bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
cannot
of
say
course.
like,
Yeah, no,
later
yeah.
on. That complicates
At that
things
point,
again.
yes, according to society,
Yeah.
you are bad.
You're
yes,
bad. Yeah.
yeah, because you're breaking the rules and harming
Okay.
yourself.
But by FD's definition, is not enough to be a bad person.
No.
Am I understanding it right?
Yes.
No, I think drugs is enough to be a bad person. I think alcohol is not enough to be a bad person.
I don't think so. I think murdering is enough to be a bad,
Bad
person. Or abuse,
Yeah.
physical abuse is bad enough to be a bad person. But I mean, if you did drugs, of which smoking is as well, and so is alcohol considered in some societies, then I don't think you're a bad person. Doesn't mean you have a bad character. You just got in the into the wrong circle or under the wrong influence.
Okay. I suppose then we need to see the intention behind the behavior, not just the behavior itself. So, if it is, I was just experimenting, or if my friend asked me, so, I had a swig of cigar or something like that, so the intention becomes very important. If I have an intention to hurt, to kill, then you're a bad person. That means intrinsically bad. Yeah, rather than it's due to certain circumstances, I suppose. Yeah. So why we gravitate, or rather, why would some people do bad things? There may be certain reasons behind that. So sometimes it's past trauma, past experiences, and therefore they continue to indulge in certain behaviors or partake in certain behaviors. Some of the behaviors are for survival. If we think of maybe office politics, in order to survive in an office, I might do something bad, but I'm not a bad person, but I need my job, so I might do something bad. I think we have read in the papers about the sex workers. Some of them, in order to provide a living for the family, they go into the sex trade, but they are intrinsically not bad people, but they need to survive. The need to belong So we have a lot of teens where we catch them in a group, and you have some of them who you stare at them and go, why would you be doing this sort of things? So they're the ones that do the petty crime. They will go and pick something from the 7-Eleven or the convenience store, and they say, oh well, if I don't partake in it, I won't be part of the in crowd, or I won't be part of this group, so I don't belong. So they indulge in the behavior in order to belong. Yes, Angel.
Is it also a way of trying to gain attention from maybe people in their lives, for say parents, authority, just to get someone's attention? Sometimes there's bad behavior.
Perhaps. So it could be that they need some assistance, they need some help, so they behave in a certain way, or they do certain behaviors in order to cry for help. So I did have one many years ago. She felt very neglected because the parents were looking after the brother who had a terminal illness, and for a year or two she didn't know what was going on. So she was caught actually stealing from the convenience store. Yeah, so when I sat with her and asked her, it was her just feeling very out of sorts. She didn't know where she belonged. She didn't know what was going on. This was a teen at that point in time. Now she's probably, in her 20s or 30s already.
Right.
Yes, Jerry. Yeah.
Sandra has said, in my opinion, both men and women, generally men, are drawn to bad, naughty, or wild women. Maybe because it brings out the individual naughty hidden side.
Wild women.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Bad, naughty, or wild. He's like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, straight
I've
away.
had them.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa.
When I was younger, yeah, absolutely.
Is that why people are drawn to people like that? Because maybe they can live a little bit of that kind of life?
So if we think about our good girl image or good boy image, it's very restrictive. It's very deliberate. Everything that we say, everything that we do is very calculated, right? So our understanding of this bad boy or bad girl image is they're very liberated. So there's this wild side, right? That's the word that was used. So they then contain that part and permit that part to happen. So that's why we feel drawn towards it, because you do the things that I cannot do. It's almost, that sort of feeling or that sort of thoughts.
Jian Hui is so surprised that Glenn has no idea what a bad boy is. Isn't he the best example of someone with a bad boy image? Especially today.
But I think really, if you talk about like bad boys and all that, right? Past and present, it's the people who really, like you mentioned earlier on, Angel, don't care, right? Because once you don't care, you do whatever you want to do.
Nothing to lose.
Right? The problems begin when you start caring.
Yeah.
Then you're no longer a bad boy. And I think over the years there have been many people like that. Bad boy once upon a time. Take Colin Farrell, for example.
Yes.
And then he gets married, he has a family, and all of a sudden not so much of a bad boy anymore. But in the past, risky behavior and stuff like that, because I've got nothing to lose. Yeah.
So now, so I was watching a show yesterday. I'll get back to you with that line after we do traffic.
Okay.
Because I cannot remember it.
Welcome back to The Big Show and The Big Show TV. Our guest for this morning is Dr. Geraldine Tan from the Therapy Room. Good morning, Jerry.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
And for those that are still listening on the radio, you should come on The Big Show TV. See Angel and Glenn. Oh my God, they have disrobed.
Oh my God! Wow! Watch our numbers go up now. Oh my goodness!
If we weren't already married, we'll probably take everything off right now, right here.
Okay, Jerry.
Just so that the ratings will just go all the way up. Huh?
Okay, Jerry, Wong Ah Lun has come on. Wan Ah Lun has come on our Facebook page, and he's got a different idea of a bad boy.
Yep.
A bad boy is one who looks and talks like he would
Oh,
and that he could,
but he doesn't.
but he probably wouldn't.
Oh, so he talks the talk but doesn't walk the walk.
Oh, okay. So he sounds like he's got, experience there. Yeah. So sometimes they behave larger than life. So that's why we look at a behavior. So, and the intention behind the behavior. So we were going on the why do we do bad? The reasons why we maybe would go into the bad behavior. Past traumas, experiences to survive, the need to belong. And sometimes it's the lack of self-awareness. So they behave poorly, and sometimes they don't even know that they behave poorly. They're speaking too loud, they are very brusque in their mannerism, they are very curt, or they are critical of other people, and they don't even know it. So the lack of self-awareness. There is the misjudged justice, meaning that, and I get that a lot with the teens, especially, or the young people, not just the teens. If you treat me unfairly, I'm gonna go up to you and I'll give you a punch, or I'll beat you up. And you go like, wow, the behavior is so extreme, but they feel it's fair because you've done something onto me. Now I need to retaliate, but I retaliate in a way that is not very socially appropriate. And the last one is what we call for the greater good. People like Hitler, where he wants to wipe out the entire race, or an entire population to preserve the Aryan race, for example. And they believe that it is the right thing to do. Yeah. So their behavior is extremely bad, but they are very misguided in their perception.
Speaking of misguided, I was just going to ask, does bad behavior stem from no guidance, no discipline, no direction, bad upbringing? Does it trace back to family situations, home situations?
Of it, yes. Part of it, yes. It could be, that's why we talk about past experiences, we talk about past traumas. It could also then lead into the current behavior. Yes, but it doesn't always have to be. So we have certain clinical disorders like your narcissistic personality disorder, your sociopath, your psychopaths. Yes. So some of the clinical disorders may lead you to behave in a certain way that is also bad.
Okay.
In order for one to be defined as a bad boy, I personally feel that bad boy gets into trouble all the time.
Yeah, for sure.
Without realizing it, but just keeps on getting into trouble.
Sometimes
time and time
unintentionally
again.
as well, right?
Yeah.
Just kind of
then the person can be considered a bad boy.
Troublemaker.
Once you're conscious, and you're thinking about doing the right thing, you're no longer a bad boy, although you may have that image.
But that person who gets into trouble unconsciously is not necessarily a bad person.
No,
I'm not saying bad person. I'm saying bad boy.
Bad boy.
All right, up next, Surfaces and Lost Lonely Boys. This is How Far Is Your Love on Kiss 92.
Dr. Jerry, I just want to rewind a little bit because I think we didn't continue this this conversation because it's in your notes. What is the smell of bad? Because I think we ended with smelling our armpits and around us, and then we went on air. So what is the smell of bad?
I don't know. Why don't you share, or why don't our listeners share? What is the smell of bad? Because just like with images, right? Smell is also very personal. So I wonder, what is your smell of bad?
Unwashed.
In my day, Mandem.
What's mandem?
Mandem.
What's mandem?
It's aftershave.
It was an aftershave and a
Cologne. Aftershave cologne.
It doesn't smell nice?
No, it's in my
Smells
group.
of a bad
in my
boy.
group, it's what the bad boys wore.
Endorsed by Charles Bronson.
Charles Bronson. Wow. Okay. But what was it, like a spicy,
It was nice.
musky.
Yeah,
It was
spicy.
Spicy. Okay.
My father used to use it.
Do they still have it
Oh,
around?
sorry,
shaving.
Glenn.
Was he a bad boy?
I said Mandem and a bad boy. And
Did your dad
father
have a
used-
bad boy image?
Sorry.
Yeah, my father was a
Oh, there
bad
you
boy.
go.
Oh, really?
He's a very bad boy.
Okay, so
okay.
okay.
Very.
Mandem scent. Let me see. Do they still sell it?
So during the day there was Mandem, and then there was Old Spice.
There you go,
and-
Mandem.
yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
That's the one. I wonder whether they still
That's
sell
what
it.
I'm looking right now.
I don't
to
mind
see.
buying one, man.
I'll bet you'll get it at Mustafa. I
Oh, yeah?
bet you.
No, it's
So
it was a nice scent.
then. That was then. I wonder what's the bad boy scent now. Like, you know, if we talk about, you know, I don't know, a guy.
So I
scented-
tell you what my father's scent was, right? So it was Mandem, and he used to smoke as well.
So you get
So
that
it's the smell of
combination.
cigarettes and Mandem.
It's from Japan, is it?
I'm not sure.
Mandem
Well, this one it says
is
from Japan.
Yeah. Apparently, Gatsby has grown out of Mandem.
Yeah,
Gatsby
so that's what
brand.
I'm seeing as well. I think it's Japanese, so it's
Yeah.
it's everywhere. It's popping up mandem.com. But yes, they still sell it. I don't know if it's still the same.
Mandem.
Mandem.
Wow.
It's like kingdom, but mandem.
Yeah.
Well, this
Ano-
is my kingdom.
Another suggestion that's come through on Facebook: blue jeans.
Sounds familiar. Oh, what do you
Everyone
mean?
wears blue jeans.
Oh, you
Yeah,
mean
I
blue
don't
jeans
see
is-
it as bad boy.
No. Ripped jeans.
Everyone wears ripped jeans.
Yeah, but back
now.
in the day, it was like you were a little bit rebellious.
you
Now,
wore ripped
now it's everything comes with holes, right? It looks like nobody can afford to fix their clothes anymore. It's like
No. So we're looking for scents. So blue
Scent,
jeans
okay.
are still visual. So scents.
No, blue
The-
jeans was a perfume.
But is the person
Oh,
saying blue
okay.
jeans
Yeah.
as a scent or
as a scent.
Oh.
As a
Okay,
scent.
you know, I think we should move away from the guys. We've been talking too much about the guys.
Yeah.
How about talking about the bad
bad-
girls?
bad
Okay,
girls, yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Super mini skirts. Like
That's still
micro
visual.
mini skirts. Oh, visual. Okay, scent.
No bra.
Yeah. He's
Scent.
visual. Scent.
Scent.
She's saying smell.
Scent.
Smell.
No bra, you'll get a scent.
Oh my God, Glenn.
Glenn on. But it was a good one.
Thank you.
Oh,
a good one.
scent.
As we think about it, I'll share what my client immediately told me. She said it's the smell of tarmac.
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 Race cars or racing motorbikes.
That's more man, though, isn't it?
no, girls can do it too.
Yeah,
I mean,
no, girls can.
I think the girls will smell more like exhaust fumes, I think. Because they're standing behind the
thought there
cars and waving them off. Flagging them
I
off,
can't
rather.
think of a female like bad scent. I would think of if a girl smelt of like reeked of cigarettes, you know, something like that. But other than that, I can't think of like a perfume or anything that would
No.
signify.
It's
a
hard
very
when you think of a girl.
heavy, sweet perfume, I would think, if I were. Yeah, but I don't have a brand in mind.
That just smells cheap.
Maybe the smell of Korean barbecue. After
Korea-
coming out of a Korean barbecue place.
that smells like a bad girl. Then Shalini is like bad girl through and through. She's always like Korean barbecues.
Exactly. And I'm just putting it out there. So not Korean barbecue smell.
I don't know what.
Grilled sotong? Maybe not.
People have got a lot of visual cues for a bad
For
girl,
girls.
but
Yeah.
not
Saba shoyaki? Okay, maybe not.
Yeah, so cigarettes would be another one, you know.
What?
So
Sorry?
Cigarettes. So
Cigarettes.
the-
Cigarettes.
But people don't smoke anymore.
That's true as well.
That's the thing.
How about this brand, Davidoff, like the perfume?
Davidoff?
no
Blue. What was it called?
blue.
Blue, right?
water.
Cool water. Oh
Cool
my
water.
gosh. Ew,
I
don't like
wouldn't
that.
say that's bad boy.
I
We're talking
relate.
about girls now.
No, but cool water is guy scent.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why we're talking about bad
No, but
girls.
she
She
brought
brought
up.
it up.
Oh, you're still talking about the guys. Okay.
Because
I mean,
guys, there's so much to
exactly.
talk about. But
Yeah.
I would say for cool water, for me, I related to someone I used to date that wasn't very nice. So to me, that's an awful scent.
Yeah,
You
okay.
know?
So that's a memory.
And it will bring back a memory like I would never let anyone I know wear that scent kind of thing. Yeah.
No, I cannot. for the girls, I cannot think of a scent actually.
Actually, I can.
What?
Okay, what?
Tell us.
Tell
We're
me.
on the Big Show TV, so it's fine.
Seriously.
Sex.
Girls that smell like sex?
Yes.
You know, I actually thought you would say that. I was waiting for it.
Oh, she baited you. She baited you.
Yeah. Sometimes it's the smell of after sex. That means someone that just, finished sex.
Yeah.
Didn't
and
wash.
then-
See, you have to take it to another level,
Okay,
Angel.
we were fine.
though.
We were just fine
Oh
there.
dear.
I don't know which is worse, Glenn or Angel.
No, definitely Angel.
I just want to put this out there. This morning, I am the angel. Okay?
I was just saying what everyone was thinking.
Yeah. But it is. But I don't know who goes out. That's why wasn't quite sure who goes out smelling like sex.
And is it intentional though?
You don't
see?
even know
You don't-
sometimes that you smell of sex.
Yeah, exactly. That's why if it's not intentional, you wouldn't know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Even after a bath, some people still smell.
They're like walking sex bombs.
Ayo.
Anyways, so I guess let's move into why people not why people why would people gravitate to those that are bad.
Okay, wait, hold
Thrills.
on. We're going to go for a traffic update once again. Oh yeah, bad boys smell like cheap spas.
Cheap spas.
It's true. Okay. We'll elaborate after a while. After this. Good morning and welcome back to The Big Show and The Big Show TV. For those of you who are tuning in right now and wondering what is going on, why are they talking about this? And, well, today we're talking about bad boys and bad girls. And, I believe that we should be very open with our therapist. And Jerry is here.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone who goes to a therapist, right?
Has to be open.
Has to be open.
Yeah,
If not,
yeah.
what's the point of seeing a therapist? So
For sure.
we've been answering Jerry's questions, and I hope we haven't offended anyone.
I hope
If
so.
we have,
yeah.
well, I'm sorry, but
We're just being honest.
to our therapist.
Yeah.
Okay, Jerry, where were we?
Yes. We were going to move on and we are going to talk about why we gravitate towards the bad personalities or why bad, characters.
Jia has on our Facebook page came up with this statement before you asked that question. She said, somehow, bad boys give the impression that they care more than good boys.
Huh?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No,
You
then-
see, even Jerry goes, yeah.
Yes, because these bad boy images, they are more expressive. So if you cannot just express in one area, you express in all your different areas. So you're more naughty, you're more exciting, you're more caring, you're more loving, you express. And you're unbashful in expressing. Whereas if you are reserved, you tend to be reserved in many different areas. So you might not be as open in sharing that you are caring or you're loving. You are very quiet in doing it.
Yes.
So
yes.
it may give the impression that you don't care for the good boys and that the bad boys care more, but it's not like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And since we're talking about sex, right? So these bad boys,
Were we?
Angel's like, huh? Yeah, kind of. The sometimes you hear in some cases that yes, the women feel very abused and used, but they have good sex afterwards. They have very passionate sex afterwards. Yeah, because the behavior transcends across all the different sort of behaviors.
It's called makeup sex.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what it's called. It is though. She
It's
said
awesome,
that's
though.
yeah, it's called makeup sex.
Makeup sex.
That's the
and
best.
just as passionate as it was to have an argument, it's
Yes.
equally as passionate to have that makeup session.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. So some of these women find it very hard to let go because although the men are very mean to them sometimes, but the makeup sex or the sex after is really very good.
Yeah.
I don't think that's why
I was in a
women stay,
relationship like
though.
that once.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, extremely hard to end the relationship.
Because of the makeup sex?
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay. I'm not sure that's why women would stay. I think women stay in relationships that aren't good because they're afraid that they're not worthy enough of getting somebody else. You know, so they just carry on staying. I don't think it's the sex that makes them stay.
Oh,
I mean,
Yeah.
Interesting.
one part is only
Yeah.
one small part. Yeah.
sure,
So
yeah.
we're talking as if it's the only thing, but no. It's not.
Okay.
It's one part.
for guys, it's the only thing.
Yes,
course, yeah.
that's for sure,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, I think Shalini is blushing already.
Yes.
That's why she's shown us the blush card.
The black guy.
Shawn Mendes is next. This is Senorita on Kiss 92.
It's the red card. It's a bad girl card.
It's a bad girl card.
today.
So yes, I mean, okay. So the passionate sex aside, you know, sometimes we gravitate towards the bad boy or bad girl because we have what we call the savior complex. So we might not have too great a self-worth or self-esteem. That's what you were saying, and
Yeah.
then we feel like we need to save the person. We are the ones that can make a difference. We can turn this person around.
We can fix them.
We can fix them. We can, pull them out of the hole. So sometimes we go into relationships like that, where we have, if we do have the savior complex, or sometimes we are steeped in the pattern of abuse. So maybe you're abused since young, and you look for the partners that mimic that sort of pattern of behavior because you're trying to rectify, you're trying to work through some of your own issues with this person. There's this yearning of trying to get the person's attention, to get their validation, to get their love. And you keep repeating that sort of behavior. So that could be another reason also. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you don't know, right? You don't know. Sometimes you never really find out, what, let's say, maybe your partner may have gone through during his or her
Childhood.
childhood.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Right? And sometimes they don't feel like sharing it.
Yeah.
And sometimes they
They
don't
wanna
realize
forget
where
it.
it comes from either.
Yeah.
You know, because sometimes they're either too young or they've tucked that memory away in
But it
somewhere
comes
that you
back
can't get it. Yeah.
Later in
life. Yeah.
Tough, it's hard. The other thing that, sorry, the other thing that I found is very dangerous is this whole savior complex. I want to save this person. I want to bring this person out of that.
Yeah.
And you do, and you are successful. And then suddenly you realize that's not the person you started to care for in the first place.
Because you actually liked that behavior.
You liked
Right.
what you had.
So you don't really love that person. That's what you're saying.
Oh, you could you loved the other person.
You loved the
but you
broken
had this
person.
savior complex,
Right.
and you wanted to save them, and then you did, and suddenly you were left with this person who's
Yeah.
completely different.
And then you break up and move on. And then you end up dating another guy or girl that's exactly like that person that you fixed.
absolutely
Right?
yeah.
Yep.
It's a bit
It is
psycho.
possible.
Right
I
now, Jerry.
wouldn't label that psycho. They just cannot break out of that pattern, and they don't see themselves as anything else, or they identify themselves so much with that pattern of behavior. They have no awareness. They have no ability to then do things differently. So they have to keep going back into that sort of relationship.
Cycle.
I feel like they're taking advantage of these people.
Of
Although
which people?
they're going in with that savior mentality and all that, but they're taking advantage of these people who already have issues.
I don't think they're taking advantage. I think
Yeah, because they're having sex with them.
I don't think the people who want say or who are being saved also mind the sex so much. But
I know, but still, it's like then after that he moves on. FD moves on to the next person.
FD. But that's why we always, when we're talking
this,
to,
this is exactly what I'm talking about.
but when
Yeah.
we talk to people, we're always like, why are you always so attracted to these people?
Yeah.
Right? That's always a line that you use, right? On say friends or family, no matter what kind of person it is.
But it's interesting because, what I learned from them is, the people are not all bad and people are not all good, and they can see that. So they look at the person, and the people that we label as all bad are not all bad. So they want to draw out the good in the person, but because they see themselves so lowly, or they have such low self-worth, so they have classified themselves to the extreme, right? So they don't see themselves as any good. So they forget to see the good in themselves. So here we do, the parts theory. So we use the parts theory. So everybody has a good part and bad part. So we want to use, so therapy definitely helps, for both parties to work on integrating both parts or all parts of themselves.
Do we term them bad boys or girls, or do we call them misunderstood?
Yeah, so most of the time they are misunderstood, but when their behavior is so destructive, sometimes we cannot help but label them like, why are you so bad? Why are you so good? Or we don't say, why are you so good? We just say, why are you so bad?
It's cooler, lah. The term
Exactly.
Be a bad-
We're
boy.
romanticizing
or
them.
bad girl rather
Yeah.
than misunderstood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, after today, everybody will romanticize the bad boy and bad girl now.
Yeah. Yeah.
We hope not.
No,
We
but
hope
when you say misunderstood or bad
Yes.
boy is just romanticizing a misunderstood person. That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
If my wife were to call me like bad boy, I'm gonna go like, okay, how bad do you want me to be? Or if my wife were to go like, I love you, then I think I've told her all this before. I will say, show me.
Yes, we've told you.
Yeah.
You've told us
You've
this
told
before.
us
Yes,
this,
yes,
yes,
yes, yes.
But
We
never
know
get anything.
we know your love language already, so
Okay, yeah, she knows it too. She'll just smile,
maybe
laugh
she's
sometimes.
forgotten. Should laugh.
Jerry, I want to ask a question. In this
Yes.
current world where everything has to be politically correct, we have to
Yes.
be correct. We cannot do
Yes.
this. We cannot do that. We cannot do this. Do we still see a prevalence for bad boys and bad girls?
there will be those that would try to push the boundaries and see how far they can get. Yeah, and there will be those of a population that gets excited when they see someone push the boundaries. So there will be definitely different people doing similar behavior, but in different ways through the generations. Yeah, so it's no longer, the bell bottoms, or it might not be, ripped jeans, in the next century. It could be something else.
Right.
Heavy metal rockers, man. I mean, like, I remember back in the day when I was growing up, like those that listened to heavy metal music, those were considered bad habits.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
yeah,
bad
yeah.
things that created
Heavy
bad.
metal. Heavy metal.
Yeah, heavy metal. You know,
Yeah.
your
We used to say
Metallicas and all that. Your
Yeah, we say like
music.
satanic. No, but
Satanic
not Metallica. I think
Your
you're
Deep
talking-
Purple.
But heavy, no,
your
Metallica
Sabbath.
as well,
Sabbath.
though, because they
Yeah.
all had like, everybody had like a mohawk or,
Yeah.
spiked hair and leather boots. and stuff.
Metallica.
No,
No,
they're
Metallica,
fans.
yeah.
They're
Oh,
fans.
they're
They're
fans.
fans.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Coming
All
up.
right.
Coming up.
Stand by. Tom Walker, Head Underwater, right here on Kiss 92. All the great songs in one place. I missed him this time. I should have gone down. I had something on, I think.
Tom Walker.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's not the same person you're thinking of.
Oh, I see. I see.
What was that guy's name? Alan Walker.
Alan Walker.
That's
Alan
the DJ.
Walker.
This Tom
But-
Walker is a singer, I think.
Sorry, Tom Walker is the brother of Alan Walker.
Don't start rumors you don't know, Glenn. No,
You,
stop. Okay,
The next time round, Tom will come down and join Alan.
and Alan will produce his music. Okay, we're with Dr. Geraldine Tan because it's Therapy Tuesday. Thanks so much for joining us, Dr. Jerry.
No worries.
Huh? Time to go already.
That's our last talk set.
Yes.
What can we do to help the bad boy and the bad girl?
Nothing.
Okay, just a little heads up for parents, So I'm always very cautious with labeling our children bad boys
Yeah.
or bad girls. So for the children, nobody is born bad. So a lot of parents say, I gave birth to a little devil, or, they are born to just make my life difficult. I think, Angel, you're talking about, attention. So yes, for the younger ones, we want to figure out why are they behaving in a certain way? What issues do they have? Could it be a missed clinical issue that we don't know? Are they struggling? Have they been bullied? Are they being abused, somewhere, somehow, in some environment? So I just want to let the people know and to look out for the signs and symptoms. So if a child really behaves poorly, let's sit up and figure out why the child is behaving in a certain way. So that's just a little shout out. For ourselves, we want to have a lot more self-awareness. We want to acknowledge our behavior, a lot more self-care, and put in our boundaries also. So if we can, I know it is only a very short period of time and I'm just dishing out all the tips here, but if we can. Yeah.
Yes, FD.
I was going to ask, what do you say to the parents who go, no, my child's just going through a rebellious stage?
Yeah. So even if they are rebellious, what are they rebelling against? There must be something that they're rebelling against. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, maybe we can continue talking about bad girls next week. No.
No. Then you're gonna next week you're gonna be like, why are we talking about this again? No.
I'm gonna give everyone something from The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the
I
Horse.
love that book.
Oh, okay.
And just one of the pages, the boy says, "Isn't it odd? We can only see our outsides, but nearly everything happens on the insides."
Oh, that's
okay.
nice. Yeah.
Thank you, Jerry. Thank you so very much.
No
It's been an
worries.
enjoyable session.
After the disrobing,
She's talking about you, Glenn.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everybody.